Hello gin lovers, welcome back. I'm Bobby Freeman and today we have a bit of a shock for you. For my friends, do not adjust your screens, you are seeing correctly. We have a Bombay Sapphire on the show. However, my friends, all is not as it seems because this little chap is in fact Bombay Sapphire East. So it is a new variant, or at least a variant we haven't talked about on the show yet, because I think we've reviewed every other Bombay Sapphire out there, and as far as I'm aware, this is the final installment in the Bombay Sapphire dynasty. Now I must just clarify, because my regular viewers and subscribers will know all too well my complicated sort of history and relationship with the Bombay Sapphire brand, because basically the classic Bombay Sapphire, which I reviewed way back when at the beginning of the channel and is known everywhere all over the world, not to put too fine a point on it, I don't like it very much. I don't think it's very nice, and I think it's massively overrated. I have reviewed some of the other ones, however, and some of them I liked, some of them I didn't. So I'm very much looking forward to trying this final one today to hopefully see if we can end this, as I say, sort of tenuous relationship on a lovely high note. So let's find out what it's all about and how it differs from the other Bombay Sapphires, shall we? Now, when I read from the website, my regular viewers and subscribers know that I like to do the accent from where the gin is from or where it's conceived. However, this is sort of a Far Eastern inspired gin. So I'm pretty certain if I did a Far Eastern voice, my YouTube channel would be taken down. I don't know why. I mean, I've done tons of other accents and no one's ever complained. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. So I'm just going to do it in my own accent. So, Bombay Sapphire East, originally created as a personal homage to the Far East, as I say, where our master of botanicals, Ivano Tonuti, has spent much of his time sourcing exotic botanicals. Thai lemongrass and Vietnamese black peppercorns are added to our classic botanical blend. All 12 come together during the vapor infusion to create a gin that truly stands apart. However, the problem I have here is, so it keeps the exact same recipe as the classic Bombay Sapphire. They've just added these two ingredients in. Now, I don't know if you saw my video when I reviewed the Bombay Sapphire Star of Bombay. They did a similar thing with that. They added two botanicals in. They put bergamot orange peels and amberette seeds, I believe it was. And that didn't really work for me. Just adding two botanicals didn't work. However, the Bombay Sapphire original took two ingredients away. They took away the grains of paradise and the kebab berries. So I would say so far, I don't want to be negative, but it's not shaping up to be good. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe these two ingredients will do a lot better than the ones they put in the Star of Bombay. So let's crack on. Infused by exotic Eastern flavours, this wonderful, tasteful gin comes with more than added spice and a generous hint of citrus. Bottled at 42% ABV, it's also extra punchy too. So I like the sound of that. So this could be very, very interesting. So let's crack on and get the fellow open, shall we? So here we go, get the top off. We're going to go straight into the sniff test, I think, because we haven't got a cork, so there's no cork test. Get a bit in there, lovely. Right then. Here we go. Now this is where the Star of Bombay fell down because it smelt basically very similar to the classic Bombay Sapphire, which was very unpleasant. So let's have a sniff, shall we? Ooh. This is mysterious, okay, because I'm still getting, which is not surprising because it's essentially the same recipe with two things added in, still getting that Bombay chemically sort of smell, but there's a massive load of citrus in there, which I assume is the Thai lemongrass, because that's a big old flavour and indeed an aroma. So I'm not sure, it's not giving too much away by the smell. So let's get some in the mouth, shall we? Because I cannot wait any longer. I'm very, very excited. So tiny bit of tonic just to release those flavours. And here we go, my friends. The final instalment in the Bombay Sapphire dynasty. Here we go. Cheers. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, it's not. Oh, I'm disappointed. It's not gonna be. It's basically what I expected it to be. It tastes very similar to the original Bombay. Not the original, to the classic Bombay Sapphire. When I say the classic, I mean just the. It's not called classic. It's the Bombay Sapphire that everyone would know, the standard one that's sold in bars and pubs. It just tastes to me like Bombay Sapphire masked with a big load of lemon, which is not the worst thing in the world. Let me have another little go. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm not getting much. I'm getting a touch of the black pepper. in fact, it comes more in the aftertaste now. I'm sort of like feeling it come through. It is a little bit of black pepper in there, but I probably wouldn't have got it if I hadn't have known. But basically, that is just very similar to the Star of Bombay, as I said, in the smell. That's just bolting on a couple of big flavors onto something that's not very nice, and that can never be a good idea. You can't try and improve something by just keeping it the same essentially and just adding something on the end of it. That's just like a superficial, it's like a patch, that's not, it's like a workaround. The trouble is I try not to be too harsh to Bombay Sapphire, because I know my original video, which I did, as I said, I did way back at the beginning of my channel. No one was really watching. I really sort of let rip, and it was a little bit over the top. But it's kind of, the truth was in there. It's not a great gin. It's not a great gin. And the trouble is, they seem to be hanging on to that gin. Well, in a way, I can't really blame them, because it's still one of the best-selling gins in the world. But I think that will come to an end eventually. People will realise, not least by watching this show, hopefully, it's not brilliant. But what the sad thing is here, that if you watch my review of the Bombay Original and also the Bombay English Estate up there, which had mint and something else in it, and the Bombay Original, they actually took 2 ingredients away. They're actually nice gins, particularly the Bombay Original. So why do they keep this as their central product? And then I don't really... This is actually quite rare and quite difficult to get hold of, actually. Well, it's not that rare, but you don't see it in the shops. I got it from Amazon. But to me, I think that's kind of pointless. There's no point to that gin. I don't know why they bother doing it. Well, actually, I kind of do, because where's the Bombay, the Beefeater 24 here, right? So this is kind of its equivalent, really, because Beefeater 24, it is all sort of, it has an Oriental theme, very, very similar. It has used Chinese spices and teas in there. The difference is, my friends, that is absolutely stupendous. Really, really good, as all Beefeater is. That is just, I believe the phrase is meh. That's what the kids say these days, isn't it? That I guarantee you that will now sit on my shelf, and I will not be drinking that again, because I don't enjoy it. So what I would say, well, hang on, but let's quickly get onto the price. At least the price. That was the one thing about the Star of Bombay. It was extreme. The worst thing was it was bad, and it was extremely expensive. It was about £40. This little fella, I picked it up for £25 off Amazon, which is $32 or €28. But it's kind of irrelevant, really, because my advice is to you is don't bother spending any money on it. It's just kind of pointless. But I will say what I said before to the Bombay Sapphire people. I know you've seen my original reviews and you probably didn't like especially the one of the classic Bombay Sapphire, but please, as I've said in the other ones, you guys have probably more knowledge than any gin company out there, but say possibly Beefeater, because you've been around for a very, very long time. Go back to the drawing board, please. Don't hang on to this. I know it sells loads, but that won't last forever, because there is a lot of gins out there. There is a lot. Look at all these gins. Look, my kitchen side is literally heaving under the weight of gins, and you know what? A lot of them are bloody brilliant, all right? And they're becoming more and more mainstream. And at some point, this will end. Giants can fall. Look what's happened to the high street. All the big names are going. And at some point, Bombay, you need to look out. There is something, something is coming. You need to look behind you, because people are catching up. And I say, embrace that drawing board, go back to it and start afresh, start something new, or roll out your Bombay Original, because that's not very difficult. That's quite difficult to get hold of as well. But I believe you could do something spectacular if you embraced the change and made something completely different. So that's my advice to you, the Bombay Sapphire people. I don't want to be just some arsehole, if you'll pardon my use of language. I don't want to be this guy who just sort of bashes you all the time. I want to, I don't like giving negative reviews. I want to give positive ones. So I know I'm jabbering on a bit. I'm sorry, but do that for me, Bombay Sapphire. Go back to the drawing board and come up with something spectacular, because I believe you can do it. But in the meantime, my friends and gin lovers, please, if you see this and you think I might try it, don't bother. It's honestly not worth it. If you want a Bombay Sapphire, go for the original or the limited edition, if you can still get it, Bombay English Estate. So guys, I'm sorry, I know I rambled on a lot in this video, but stuff needed to be said. And as I say, I have a sort of a deep embedded history with this brand. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to convey to you, and I think I've done it, and I think it's useful. I certainly hope it is anyway, and I hope you've enjoyed the video too. I always say I don't like doing the negative videos, but I have to be honest with you guys, otherwise what's the point of me being here? So that is my tip today. Don't bother with this one, guys. There are loads of better gins out there. So guys, if you liked this video, found it interesting or useful at all, please, as always, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to my channel and press the little bell icon so you get notified when my videos come out. And also check out my new Patreon page where I have all sorts of exciting, exclusive content just for you. But until next time, guys, I've been Bobby Freeman. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.